Hello everyone! And oh boy, what the hell just happened? So we finally got a lot of new leaks for the third part of episode 79. But at what cost? As it turned out, not everything went as Boom planned, and the leaks droppage actually turned out to be quite a mess. Okay, but let's go step by step now. So first of all, we got not just one or two, but 4 whole new leaks that also contained another secret message for the ISOTOILET fans. And second of all, we also got a bit of a drama together with those leaks as a bonus, because as it turned out, not all of those leaks were supposed to drop on one day, and someone just messed up big time. Okay, so here's what happened. First thing first, Boom prepared quite a lot of leaks already and just spread them among several YouTube creators, such as Darby Edits, Cartoon, and some others whose names I don't know yet. Boom's goal was to give those creators leaks for posting gradually with time. So Darby Edits got this mission right and posted only 2 leaks yesterday, just as Boom planned, and it was fine at first. That's when we got those leaks in good quality, and these first 2 leaks finally showed us the inside of the Speakerman's base, which we all waited such a long time for. And before I'll continue this story, let's get a closer look at those 2 leaks real quick. So in the first picture, we can see the zoomed-in interior of the Speakerman's base. And what I immediately thought after looking at it was, okay, is this the old Speakerman's base that probably existed at the same time as other alliances' bases? Or a completely new one? Probably the one Speakermen could build, either after the events of episode 57 and 58, or even after the raids of ISOTOILETs that happened in the later episodes of the series. Personally, I think that both possibilities are quite possible. The Speakermen indeed could have built an entirely new base for bigger and more epic upgrades for their Armada and the Titan, as their old base would be quite insufficient for upgrades like these anymore. And besides, they could also build this second base as an alternative, given how Astros started destroying so many of the Alliance's bases one by one already. But on the other hand, does that mean that their old base that was never shown to us in the series was already destroyed? Well, I really doubt that. And here's why. The Speakermen were always sneaky as hell, and the fact that they even managed to totally disappear after their Titan got infected in the earlier seasons of the series proves how hard it is to find them even for their comrades from the Alliance. What to say about their enemies? If they want to hide, they'll be the absolute masters of it, and it is incredibly troublesome to find either them or their base, which is probably hidden at the very secure place and might even be invisible too. Plus, we were also never given any sort of clue by Boom that their base might be destroyed, or we never saw the Speakerman's agents grieving something and whatnot. On the other hand, we only saw an incredible boost in morale of them as their Armada showed up, and I believe things will only get better as the upgraded Titan Speakerman will get introduced too. In other words, I think right now the Speakermen either have one fully operational base/laboratory and the upgrade center, or 2 bases. Their old one for minor stuff and the new one which they built more recently as Astro invasions began to occur. And in any way, the leaks that we got are probably showing us the more modern base with the upgrade center and other very interesting details. Okay, so if we'll take a look at the second leak, then we'll see something really incredible. Does this guy look familiar to you all? Yeah, just as this leak dropped, the majority of fans immediately jumped into conclusion that it might be the Dark Speakerman, the friend of Plungerman who got terribly injured with him in the last part of episode 70. To me, it's undeniable that it is indeed the Dark Speakerman, and not some other random agent with the black speakers, because his suit and head design are absolutely identical. The only important question here is this just a statue of the Dark Speakerman, similarly to the statue of Plungerman that was built in the Cameramen's headquarters? Or maybe we are about to witness some true miracle, and this indeed might be the real Dark Speakerman, who got repaired and upgraded. To be honest with you guys, it would be more logical to assume that it is just a very realistic statue of the Dark Speakerman, because that's what we already saw in case with Plungerman. But on the other hand, Boom did say something mysterious about the Dark Speakerman's possible return, right? So what if the time has really come for this Chad to come back? I certainly wouldn't mind, and the majority of ISOTOILET fans definitely will be happy. So yeah, everything is possible here. Okay, and aside from these details, there was also another important secret hidden in both of these leaks. and it's the words 4 and 2. And what that means exactly, you'll know just a bit later in this video. And for now, let me fully explain to you what happened after the first 2 leaks got dropped. So right after that, we got 4 new whole leaks coming as well, which was genuinely exciting. But many people also did not expect that to happen, given how scarce Boom is for leaks usually. Many expected him to drop more leaks about a week or so later, but somehow the entire puzzle phrase containing the previous words for and to was already complete with these 4 new leaks. So how did that happen? As it turned out, the YouTuber Cartoon was the second person who Boom gave another portion of leaks, and his goal was to drop those leaks sometime after Darby edits. But somehow it all got to be very wrong, and Cartoon dropped his portion of leaks. Well, right after Darby did so, which certainly caused a lot of chaos. And here's what Cartoon had to say about this situation. I honestly didn't know that only 2 spoilers were meant to be shared. I had just returned home from the hospital and saw in the chat that the members were talking about sharing the leaks at XX30. At XX38, I shared all the leaks, and a minute later the guys explained the situation to me, so I deleted them. I had no bad intentions when I did this. I would never want to ruin anyone's work. I truly feel ashamed, and I accept any measures taken against me. I'm sorry to all of you. I feel so ashamed. And to be honest with you guys, I feel quite bad to this guy, as it seems obvious to me that he indeed had 0 bad intentions to ruin this whole puzzle reveal. Sometimes a mess like this can happen. I completely understand him. However, I think now Boom will have to think something new real quick, given how all the prepared leaks were already, well, leaked. And even though Cartoon deleted them soon after the unexpected reveal, it still didn't change much given how internet remembers everything that was once uploaded into the web. So yeah, even though this whole situation was hella unfortunate, at least we have 6 whole leaks to talk about, which is pretty cool. And after such a long draft of information, I genuinely do not feel like complaining about such a load of new topics to talk about. Okay, so here are 4 new leaks that also contained secret words each, which in total gave us the phrase, "Time to clap back for real." And by the way, if you guys watched my previous video, then you know that it might be the direct reference from Boom to his most recent secret phrase hidden in the Skibidi Toys merchandise photo, where almost the exact same phrase could be found. And I think with all the leaks given now, it's basically 100% confirmed that this phrase referred to the Speakermen's race who are about to fight ISOTOILETs big time in the next episode. Okay, so now let's go to the leaks themselves. So, in the 3rd leak accidentally uploaded by Cartoon, we can see TV Man scientists standing in the Speakerman's base as well, which can mean that TV Men could possibly help out Speakermen with their ongoing upgrades, and that TV Men could possibly have a plan on returning Watchmen of Doom, aka their Titan, back on track with the help of Titan Speakerman. And by the way, speaking of this guy, both 4th and 5th leaks are directly linked to Titan Speakerman, I believe, and here's how. On the 4th leak, we can see the stolen parts of Astro technology that Speakermen already adapted for their Titan. So now it's basically confirmed that Titan Speakerman's future upgrades will be including both Astro weapons and protectional stuff as well. Maybe we'll see some mechanics that ISOTOILETs use in works for Titan Speakerman too, like teleporting via short distances or going invisible. And that's where things get even more exciting, because if the leaks really are pointing toward Titan Speakerman receiving ISOTOILET-based upgrades, then it means that the next episode might show us a very ridiculous battle, where Astros will be met with their own stuff, which would also mean a whole new phase in the war where the Alliance finally fights fire with fire. Like, think about it. ISOTOILETs have been dominating the field so far thanks to their insane mobility and unique tech. So giving Titan Speakerman access to even a fraction of that would make him nearly unstoppable. For example, one possible upgrade could be a gravitational stabilizer ripped straight from Astro Gear, which would let him anchor himself against those ridiculous energy waves that usually knock even Titans off their feet. And another upgrade could be adaptive plating armor that morphs in real time, which would make Titan Speakerman much harder to damage no matter what weapon is being thrown at him. Then imagine him with micro-teleportation tech too. No more lumbering around slowly, but instead, blink-jumping short distances to close the gap between himself and Astro Hunters, catching them completely off guard. And on top of that, what if the Speakermen integrate an invisibility cloak powered by stolen parts of Astro technology? Titan Speakerman could vanish mid-battle, flank the enemy, and reappear with a sonic blast powerful enough to tear through an entire squad of Astro toilets. And just to top it off, there's also a chance of him getting an energy siphon module, something that drains power directly from Astro weapons and feeds it into his own cannons, essentially turning the enemy's firepower against them. Now that would be insane. And if even half of these upgrades make it into Titan's Speakerman's arsenal, then the next showdown of his will be just crazy epic, and the Alliance really might have a chance to finally clap back as Boom intended. Okay, and the last leak we got also showed us something pretty interesting. So do you guys remember the survivors of the second part of episode 79 that got teleported away by polycephaly? But then Watchmen of Doom interrupted this process? Well, based on this spoiler, at least 2 survivors probably got away with it anyways, while it is still unknown to us whether polycephaly survived or not. We also don't know for sure what happened to Detective Cameraman, who could also be seen on the base during its destruction. Maybe he and polycephaly got actually destroyed, or maybe not. But based on this particular leak, at least we know that the gray-suited Speakerman who used to be the POV of the first 2 parts of episode 79, and one of the cameramen engineers survived, and that's already better than nothing. So what their role on the Speakerman's base will be is quite unclear, as well as how did they get there after Watchmen of Doom interrupted their teleport. I believe that more details will be shown to us in the upcoming episode, and I can't wait when it will finally get released. Okay, and one more thing here before I'll say goodbye to you guys. Some fans also shared this particular image, which was claimed to be another leaked spoiler, and it featured polycephaly appearing on the Speakerman's base too. But it's 100% confirmed to be a fake image, so yeah, what happened to our favorite TV man is still unknown to us. And what do you guys think about all of this? Let me know your own theories down in the comments. And as always, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more Skibidi Toilet content while we're waiting for the part 3 of episode 79 to finally get released. And that was me, ISOTOILET. See ya!